Florida Man Radio. Unfiltered.
Crack me up.
Unafraid.
You guys are awesome.
Get it how you need to. Now, everywhere.
Oh, my God.
This is the Ed Tyll Show.
How much fun are we having? We're not doing a show today. We're just having fun. This is great. I have a list of topics. I haven't touched it at all. Do you have your list of topics? Let's not touch it, but you have it, right?
I always have my list ready for you, Edward.
So, I don't know. Friendship, right? Did you ever make a friend?
So let me finish my story.
Oh, my God, right. I forgot you were telling one. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got off the beaten path there.
I almost went to the next item. Yes. What is wrong with me? I'm moving too fast. Take it easy. Let it breathe, Edward Tyll. Take a breath. Go ahead, Lisa.
Well, it seems like I just hit you with so many fascinating little nuances of my life. You have to, kind of stop and take a look.
I do.
So
I want to
anyway.
know. I want to know more about your life. Yeah, so go ahead. What were you going to say?
Okay, so I went from Catholic school to public school in 5th grade. And,
wait a second. Now, you know what? Now I can connect it. Now I do know. We took a phone call off of what we were talking about. You went to Catholic school, but you become Jewish later, and we took a phone call from the lovely Kristen, who had become a Mormon for a while, and that was where we were. Now I'm back. Ed Tyll Show, by the way. 321-339-1055. I really missed this whole segment. So go ahead. What happened?
Okay, so it was the first day of school with a brand new, it's a very small out in the country school. There's, like 28 people in the classroom. Maybe that's how many 5th graders there were. And there was this girl there. She was a big girl, little butchy, long hair.
Oh,
she looked
my
like one
God.
of the mean girls, right?
Were you a little bit attracted? Not at all, right?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
not
Because you said butchy. I was like, oh my God! You're always surprised. All right, so she's a little butchy. Are you a feminina when you were a little girl? Are you the feminine one, or are you a little tomboy?
Well, I was a tomboy, but I weighed like 90 pounds soaking wet. I was skinny, tiny and skinny, and she was a big girl. So it was gym class, and I don't know where the teacher was, of course. And I mouthed off to her. She said something to me, and I mouthed off to her. Shocking, right?
Right.
And she picked me up and put me in a garbage can.
Wow! Damn, I like her right away. This is going to be a great friend. This is somebody who knows what they're doing and means to do what they are doing. You were a pain in the neck, and she disposed of you. So how did you become friends?
Well, I admired her so much for what she did that the next day I went in and I was like, hey, Tina, I have a couple horses. You want to come over and go horseback riding? And she said, sure. And we've been best friends ever since.
That is so
and
urban.
That's how I met my best friend.
That is so urban. That happens in the playground all the time. You'll be at Matthews Park, you try to get some basketball, you bump into a kid, and you're both going for the ball, and, you're about to come to fisticuffs. You don't. The next day, when you come to the park, you pick them on your team. Right away, you pick them. Why? Same thing you did. You say, man, this guy's into it, man. Has nothing to do with yesterday. This guy's into it. He's going to play some serious ball. I love that. So you had a friend. Also, didn't it feel good to have a big friend that could defend you? Fat and skinny. It was like you were like Laurel and Hardy, the big girl and the little skinny shrimpy girl.
Yeah, and it was really funny. I had 32 first cousins, and we were all in school together. So it was pretty much, hey, you're a Bennett girl or a Bennett boy. You mess with one of us, you're going to get all the cousins. But she wasn't part of my cousins. She was like my own special little friend that I didn't share,
Oh,
so
absolutely.
That's what made it special.
That's absolutely right. You did not have to share it. And other people didn't have anything to say about what the two of you did. The two of you did what you wanted to do. No group approval necessary. Beautiful. So you stay friends with her all through childhood? Do you still correspond? Where is that person now that you know of?
She still lives in the same house she grew up in Holland, New York, where I grew up on a farm.
Wow.
And she's still one of my best friends. We have never lost touch. She knows all my childish antics, all my secrets of being a teenager. She was there for them all.
There you go. Best friends. So that's a real, authentic best friend. I don't go for the phrase best friends forever. That sounds silly. That sounds like a toy. That sounds like something that's not real. What's real is what you just described, what Julie and I were sharing before. I'm still glowing off of the visit from Julie. That was incredible. But as I told the story, I feel the same way about my friend Buddy Toohey. Buddy Toohey would only have to say, Ed, you got a minute? And if it takes a year to do what he needs, it would never cross my mind to leave until I'm done. The kind of friendship you're talking about when you're a kid and then you have that later, that is so valuable. That's where you're going to get the truth about yourself. Your friends will tell you the truth about who you are. That is big in my neighborhood growing up. Nobody flattered anybody. Nobody blew smoke up anybody's skirt or elsewhere. No smoke blowing. No one enjoyed it. If you blew smoke at somebody in my neighborhood, they push it back and yeah, whatever, man. Not interested. So that's what's fantastic about friendship. It's like a fine wine or an old Macallan bottle of scotch. Better and better as the years go by. By the way, what are her best traits? This is how you know somebody's your best friend. If you had to list her best qualities instantly, what are the top 3 greatest things about your best friend?
If I called her up and said, hey, I got a body, she's like, I got a shovel and a place to put it. I'll help you.
There you go.
She's that kind of person. And, she's very honest. If I want an honest opinion, she'll give it to me. So I trust her to, when I'm on the fence and when I'm not sure what decision to make. She's a really good sounding board, and she's sarcastic and funny as hell. We match so well in
Don't
that
you need
area.
that? You need that. Everybody who is sarcastic has to have a sarcasm friend. Where you shoot out a phrase, they modify it, they add on to it, but the two of you, listen, you're describing, this is like the most emotional show I've done recently. I lost a very close childhood friend a couple of years ago. I might have told you about this in another topic. To Lou Gehrig's. Okay, it's been around since Lou Gehrig gave that speech at Yankee Stadium. They don't have any cure. I'm listening to everything they're doing for Corona. They haven't lifted a finger to do anything for my friend Lou Gehrig. He's long passed away. Bless his soul. But we met as kids, and we used to have to walk up a hill together to school in the winter. And we were built like you. We were 3 of a kind. The way you described me and Dino, soaking wet. Maybe we were 80 pounds freshman year of high school. We were just skinny, and we were loaded up with the Catholic school uniform, the jacket. You got the tie. You couldn't have sideburns. You had to watch how long your hair was. Your shoes had to be leather. No white socks. We had a million rules. And there was me and Dino in 1970. Walking up this hill with the snow and and we're cursing like, what? Why are we doing this? Why do people do this? What's my thing, even before Dino, but he bought in right away. We used to say, you got a civilization built like this? You put everything important in the crappiest weather? What is wrong with you? Why didn't they build everything where it was healthy and less? And we're like, 12, 13, 14 years old singing this song that we don't understand why we have to walk up hills and. But we bonded. We had gym class together. The day it was Kill Whitey Day, and the kids from across the street were going to murder us for being in the Catholic school. The public school was going to kill Whitey, and they came to kill us. Me and Dean are running together to the cafeteria. We were always nearby. Started out in the morning, all throughout the school. Lockers were close by. It was a friendship that stayed every stage of my life. We went through girls together. We went through cars together. He got married. All my friends got married like in 5 years. If you take 1978 to 1983, I went to like 8 weddings. I wore peach. I wore yellow. I wore baby blue. Everything was themed. It was insane. We had to rent these tuxes. We were doing them like every season, marrying somebody off. Stayed friends through that. Then all of my going all over the world, all over the country, I should say, for the show. Ed, where you going now? Dean, I'm going to Logan, Utah. All right, come over the house. Hey, before you go, Denise and I will feed you. That's a long drive to Logan, Utah from Boca Raton. I'm leaving Boca Raton. I'm going to Logan, Utah. Who's the only one involved? Dino, and 2 o'clock in the morning. Ed, put this in the car. Ed, here's an extra quart of oil. Ed, this is a list. Take a look at your distributor cap. Unbelievable looking out for each other. And then when he would come to me and say, I'm working on a thing, we'd stay an hour on the phone going over, questioning, researching, brainstorming. It was incredible. Now, this kid was never in a band with me. None of my bands. He was on the radio, I think once. I think he was on the radio once. Quiet kid. Never wanted to be on the radio. Never wanted to be on a microphone. But if Dino looked out for you, Lisa, you were always looked out for. That was like what they used to say, big brother. He was the epitome. Like you said, if I called up and go, Dean, I don't know what happened, but there's 15 people dead in my living room, he would say, don't do anything. I'll be right there. That's your friend. If you say to your friend, I don't know how this all happened. I don't know what happened, Dean. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you don't find a lot of people steady, people that are grounded, people that have common sense that you can understand and believe in instantly when he got it from his mother and father. He came from a great family. He was the baby of a bunch of kids. I think there was 5 in his family, maybe 4. And his learning curve was off the chart fast. Anything you showed him, he got it right away, and he was cool, calm, and collected when he did it. You didn't even know it was finished. You go, Dean, what are you doing? He goes, I'm done. You're done? You didn't say anything. Yeah, well, it's done. And that was my blood brother. That was, nothing. And I saw him with that disease. I couldn't believe it. He took it like a champion. He didn't bitch, complain. I started talking to Denise. She says he never complains. I said, he's going to suffocate right there. He's dying right in front of us. She goes, I know. Isn't this incredible? And the kids, he's got 2 teenage boys. He's interacting. He's doing everything he can. But everybody knows what's happening to him. Not a word. And at the end, dignified, loved, orderly. I'm telling you, all day now, I'm getting the urge. I'm tearing up. But he was such a good kid. And again, I call everybody a kid because we were kids. That could never happen again. That was a singular friendship in my life. And I have great friendships in addition to him. This guy Horgan, have him on the show all the time. He's the guy that put me in the band. 13 years old. We're having a rock band. Then we're playing gigs. Then we're signing autographs, getting paid after a gig as little squirt kids. Little squirt kids. The New York City Parks Department put out a stage, and all the older kids are going to bring their bands. So Horgan gets us in. We're like 14 years old. We're not even supposed to be in the thing. Horgan gets us in. We're on that freaking stage, and we're playing Jimi Hendrix. We're playing Woodstock. We're screaming, yelling, top of our lungs, playing rock and roll, 14 years. Now, if that's not a friend, those friendships from that neighborhood, same thing. That's like DNA. No matter what he ever does, whatever he knows. And he's been there for me since childhood. So that's friendship. Friendship is that. A lot of things, fast and loose with the word friend, but that's friendship to me. You know that kind of friendship where, you know what I mean? Like now you call her up and you're in trouble. You have no doubt she's not going to judge you. She doesn't even need to know why you did it. She's there to help you. Am I right? Isn't that the way a real friend is?
Yeah, after she laughs and mocks at me, then maybe she'll help me.
Right. That's the other friend I have. That's my friend Gary. Gary has to tell you, Ed, what are you, an idiot? Ed, you're so smart in school. What are you, a moron? Gary has to tell you all that. Then he jumps in to help you. But you have to listen. Yeah, that's good. It's very good for your ego to be told that you're a moron. They go, oh, don't say that. No, it's okay. It's an ego-crazy world. When somebody does something idiotic, it's very good to tell them that it's idiotic. It's not going to hurt them. It's going to make them stronger. All right, friendship is the topic. Do you love this topic? We haven't even covered the people you meet on vacation. We got more categories of friends, but I thought we're doing this. And did you catch on the promo, Lisa, what is the line I put on the bottom? On the bottom of today's promo, Facebook, it's on the Florida Man Radio Facebook page, Ed Tyll Show Facebook page. What is today's promo quote at the bottom?
If your friends are there, everything's all right.
That's the Elton John song from 100 years ago. If your friends are there, everything's all right.
And you know what I tell my boys about friends?
Tell them.
I'll tell you my advice to my children about friends. You don't need a lot of friends.
Right.
A lot of, hey, how you doing, friends. You need that one good friend that you can connect with and that you can pal around with. Doesn't matter if you're popular. It doesn't matter what group you're in. But if you have that one true friendship, that's all that matters.
And it makes you better to have it. It's not just they enjoy you and you enjoy them. You're a better person when you are deeply, deeply connected to someone. Everything in your life improves. You listen better. You think more clearly. You're less self-indulgent and more generous when somebody matters to you in your life. Believe me. I've had this big change. You'll have somebody, you won't be with somebody for a while, then somebody will be in your life, and you go, wow, why is everything different even when... Because they're, what's the word? Activating is the new high-tech word. They're activating things in you that if you're by yourself, if you're really not in a deep, deep friend, then you don't have any need for that, so you don't produce it. But when there's a need for it and you produce it, makes you better. You're better because they are friends, and that friendship is a real part of your life. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Life is better with friends. Isn't that the saying? And it's so true.
It's the Ed Tyll Show. More Ed Tyll.
Florida Man Radio. You have Power Radio with Justin Clark.
What's so funny? What did I do?
It sounded like you said monthly